Okay, let's try that again. Man, that was possibly the most ungraceful dismount from a game I've seen in a long time. Actually made my computer take longer booting back up and everything. That was crazy. Expect bad things. It's an early game. It's not even a game. It's an early tech demo. I wasn't expecting quite as bad as that, but here we are. We're dealing with stuff. For people that are watching in the past, in the future, sorry that the two didn't get stitched together. There's another one. There's another live stream out there called exactly the same thing that we started for 10 minutes and basically just crashed. I wouldn't even bother going to watch it, to be honest. There wasn't anything great there other than me ranting about asteroids, so that's all good. Okay, we are coming in Earth cliff textures. Wow, look at that. I'm forever fascinated by the little messages that developers leave either themselves or each other for themselves or us, for the loading processes there. It's interesting. Again, cannot reach a server. Why? I wonder what is up with that. Anyway, I'm just gonna go do the thing that I wanted to do. I think that is as simple as it's going to be. What the thing that is a problem is when I open this up. This is a separate window. And the OBS really wants to treat it quite bad. Hey, yes, no, sorry, Wise. Honestly, you're not that late because I just crashed and had to restart the game, and then 10 minutes later, here we are. So you're doing all right, mate. You're doing all right. I think we're doing all right as well. I'm going to go make a save around Venus. It's a nice, easy target to go hit. I don't think we're going to have any big problems there. Should I point out some problems that I have noticed? I kind of want to move stuff over here. Look at all these lines. There is a way of turning them off. We could go up here, and then there is, where's orbital lines? I'm sure you're around here somewhere. Flight plans. No, orbital lines. Here we go. I'm going to go show none. Get rid of them all. We don't want any of them. We are going from orbital lines. We're going from Earth. So we'll turn Earth on, and I want to go to orbital lines, Venus. We'll turn Venus on. Okay, that's pretty good. And now I think I have to turn mine own back on, like that. Okay, brilliant. This is the setup that we're doing. I can also view, debug, turn the grid off. But I'll close the map and I'll open the map and suddenly the grid's back. So I don't know what to do about that. That's a bug to report right there. That's something that I've noticed. So it gets a little messy on the screen at times. But, you know, did I say hello, Wick? I think I said hello, Wick. Hello, Wick. How you doing? I've had a bit of a hectic morning this morning. I overslept quite a bit, and I was like, oh, I really want to get up and do this. And then my game crashed immediately, and I had to reset my PC, and it was very sad. But yeah, no, we're doing good. We're doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. This is it. That's the maneuver. It gets us down close to Venus, and at that point, I'm gonna try and figure out. I mean, is this the point of intersection? What's the word that I'm looking for? You know the word. The ascending and descending nodes. Bam, that's what they are in Kerbal. I don't know what they're actually called. They've got to have a real name where you've got. They're intersection points. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm sure there's a real word. Anyway, I'm going to move this burn window over here. I kind of hate touching this. Where Charlie Ock? I don't know. Well, Windy Miller kept us housebound yesterday. Oh, the wind, yeah. The yard wall nearly came down the bed. Oh, wow. Oh, we had a real mild one here, to be fair, mate. There was rain. Don't get me wrong. There was water, but we live in England. Live in Britain. There's always water here, right? You know, on the island on the far west of Europe, the far northeastern edge of the Gulf Stream brings us things. Actually, you know what? I was surprised to find out the other day the number of people who I would consider to be, up with natural sciences and stuff like that. The number of people that didn't understand that the Gulf Stream brought us warmth and stuff like that. Nearly 90 kilometer an hour in the rain. Oh, it was going uphill faster than the traffic, dude. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's cool though. I like that. So obviously, on a day-to-day manner, the fact that the rain comes and is troublesome for us is trouble, right? Like we for some reason, we haven't really designed things to deal with this much water. But this much water is what our country is known for. And not just known for, it's why we're as lush and agricultural and as warm as we are, right? Yeah, that's it. Disadvantage of living up the hill. So the small village that I used to come from, tiny little village, less than 500 people. It was up on a hill. That was a remarkable place to live. To be fair, I didn't know, because obviously, like I just like I always lived there, right? Like that was where it wasn't where I was born, but I was from there from like the age of 2 upwards, right? So I never quite it was the same as, like, you know, we had 3 pig fields around, 3 pig farms around us, and I didn't realize that not just everybody got used to the smell of the manure in the summer. So every now and then we'll be off on a road trip and we'll drive through somewhere and everyone's like, and I'm just like, what? This ain't nothing, mate. Alright, we got to delete that old one. Okay, I don't know how well we're going to line up with Venus here. I see this crossing point. Do you see this crossing point? I see this crossing point. We're going to use this to bring our orbit up and in. Oh, no, we go down. We go down. We are the green/yellow line. So the green is where we are and the yellow is where we're going. Look at the delta V put out here. Look at that. There's a kilometre and a half. That's 2 kilometres just to try and get these down at the same line. You know what? I think we're getting there. I need to figure out how to change my point of view. Do you reckon? No, I don't know. Somewhere in here, there is a way of looking at different. Like, we could go and look at all the different items here. I don't want to look at the different things. I want to go visit the different things. I've pressed a few of those buttons already, and I know they will not teleport your craft out there, which is unfortunate. I'm sure there's a debug screen somewhere that enables us. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I'll take that one. I'm sure there's a debug screen out there somewhere that will enable me to teleport stuff around. I think we're just gonna. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! 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 That was hot. Fast? Yeah, whatever. Okay, we scream around. Is that Mercury or Venus? What do you reckon? Mercury or Venus? There's another one. That's got to be Mars. That's got to be Jupiter. Look at all the moons around it. I think that might be what we aim for next. Or do we go with Mars next? Where are we going after Venus? Mercury or Mars? Which way? Up or down? Let me know. Let me know, because until we get there, I don't like the flashing of the sun. I'm sure you guys can see it as well. I've got to ask, what's Chericlo? What is Chericlo? That's I think that's something that I want to eat. I've got a feeling if Wise is like this thing. That one? Oh, asteroid. Oh, okay. Well, it still seems like something I want to eat. It's not there. I've got a feeling. Asteroid number 10,199. They're numbered in order that they were discovered, by the way. That's still just. I thought the flashing made me feel like the warp was still going. The warp is not still going. That's an. Oh no! Wait, we are. Sim speed. I don't like. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that we've got all these digits in the sim speed, but we only use the first couple. An asteroid with a ring system. It's one of the, if not the smallest known object with a ring system. Yeah, no, I'll go with you, man. No, that's this thing. It's the largest known centaur. Okay, so that means the centaurs are around Saturn and the Trojans around. Is that Jupiter? Sorry. It orbits the Sun between Saturn and Uranus with an orbital period of 62 years. It was discovered on the 15th of February 1997 by the University of Arizona's Spacewatch project at the Kitt Peak National Observatory. Oh, wow. It's a dark reddish surface composed of water, ice, silicates, amorphous carbon, and various organic tholins. That's the red stuff. Okay, all right. I hate the term, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Organic compounds. It just means it's built out of carbon, right? Benzene is an organic compound, even though it doesn't. I don't know. I'm about to make a statement that I'm not sure is true. Even though it doesn't get involved in. Have I missed my moment? I think I might have missed my moment. Yeah, I did. So you look at you hit burn on here. I've slowly been getting the frame rate. Sorry, benzene. I think it doesn't get used in any biological process. It might not. As far as I'm aware, it's kind of poisonous, right? But somehow it's classed as an organic chemical because it's made of carbon. Carbon is the organic chemistry. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. There's many things like that we just have to live with in science. People named it before they knew any better, and now we're just like stuck with it. But yeah, what I was about to say is I've been getting my head around all these different frame of references that we've got here. I still don't know the difference between orbit and orbital velocity. Surely if you're in an orbit, your orbital velocity lies along your orbital path. Like, isn't that how that works? I don't know. I'd have to look at the extremely eccentric orbit. Maybe that has a different orbital velocity and orbital path. But yeah, but the surface one in particular is particularly useful. Would you believe it orientates you to the surface that you're over? But the nav ball is relative to the frame every time. Okay, it's relative to the frame, not relative to the planet or anything like that. That's why the surface is most useful for me, because I'm used to the nav ball from KSP, where the nav ball is referenced to the surface. But knowing now that orbit, so this point on the ball, the 0, 0, 0, if I click orbit or orbit velocity, that is prograde. That's why I couldn't see any prograde markers, because they're on the ball in a different way, right? Stop waffling and have a cup of tea. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back a bit, and we're going to note that Venus is ahead of me. And I'm sure you're all aware that to catch up with a planet that is ahead of you, you need to drop. I don't know. Why am I suddenly getting all these errors? Like, there were no errors yesterday. Something has happened, and like, the game hasn't updated. My PC hasn't done anything. I don't think Windows has updated. You know what I'm saying? Like, something crazy is going on. Anyway, I'm bringing my orbit down to be close to the orbit of Venus, right? Or at least the apoapsis there. And then I can tweak the other side as and when I need to allow me to slow down relative to Venus. That's what I'm trying to do. I am obviously speed up relative to Venus. I'm trying to get round the orbit quicker than Venus does so that I can catch up to Venus. It's really awkward talking about speeding up and slowing down when you're talking about orbits, because like when you accelerate backwards, you get faster. That's like wait or the other side of your orbit gets faster. Yeah, there's awkward bits, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So has it crashed again? There a problem? Oh, there does appear to be some problem. We might need to make a save now. Let's quickly come over here. My GPU just looked maxed out there. I'm using 87% of my 64 gigs of RAM. Oh, mate. Okay, maybe it's save and reload time. File. Oh, apart from it's trying to warp right now. I don't know what's going to happen if I try to do this whilst it's warping. Yeah, we're good. I've got to save for an old Venus. I actually want to... Okay, we're going to call this one... I'm going to click new, and we're going to call it like working save or something like that. We'll reload it. String input prompt. Yes, indeed. I would like to put a string into the file name. Working? Question mark? They're still doing stuff back here. There's no pause in this game. This is one thing that I have noticed, is there's no... Working. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not trying to delete this and go back. Okay, so we got the save. We literally load the save by double clicking it, I believe, but I'm not gonna. Wow, let's try it. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do that now, but like, let's see. Ooh, confirm. Yeah, please. Let's see if that clears any memory or whether it just keeps ticking up and actually I need to kill the game. It doesn't bode well for you with your Steam PC. No, probably not. Probably not. This game totally. It's not a game. It's not a game. It is a tech demo and one that is very rough around the edges. Oh no, they're doing some building work downstairs. Let's try and exit the game, shall we? Let's try and exit the game. When I was playing yesterday, it showed no sign of having problems whatsoever. It was pretty good. But the graphics card only has 3 digits. Oh, mate. To be fair, like, up until last year, misaligned also, what was 960, 970, something like that. Okay, we're out. We closed it. How's Task Manager doing this? Task Manager is yes, please, thank you. You saved me. The numbers were getting too big. Solar system, let's get back in there. I think the honestly, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the distances we're traveling. Maybe it's I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next couple of. I need to find out where I can report stuff. You know, I'm going to assume it's a memory issue at the moment. Working. Okay. Good. I have no idea what all that said. Maybe one day I'll pause it and find out. Burn time, 20 seconds. Start burn in 2 days. Warp, let's do it. Looking good. All right. Let's turn that. Just arrived. The problem is like a VRAM memory. No, that was actual memory. That was real RAM as opposed to VRAM. Don't get me wrong. My graphics card was also maxed out, but my graphics card recovered. The memory didn't, so I had to close the game down and bring it back. Which, like, okay, fine. We're in a tech demo. That's fine. That's cool. We start our burn in 13 minutes. I'm just gonna let I don't know which way to look around in this game yet. I have no idea what the distancing is from everything and how to make things look good. I don't like the UI spread at the moment. I definitely want to tell you that. Sorry, there's a cat outside chasing a squirrel, and I am so annoyed about that. I like the squirrels, and there's just like this bunch of cats have turned up and started causing absolute havoc. And I have never wished harm upon a feline in my entire life. I think they're pretty cool, right? I like cats. I could shoot that one right now. If it's grey, the cat could get it. Well, it's one of the hybrids. It's gingery, you know. Isn't there only like one valley left up in Scotland somewhere where the reds are still endemic? I think that's the case. I don't like. Look, you see those little. Like I get RCS, but there's also like little white balls that come firing off it as well, and that looks kind of terrible. I don't know whether it's a particle that hasn't fully rendered or what, but it's something that I don't like. I'll tell you that much. It's something I don't like. I think I might have overcooked. Yeah, let's overcook. We go orbit and we go ahead. And it's going to turn around, and then we're just going to push this up a little bit. Does anybody know 0.17? Hang about. I need to do some numbers quick. Because I happen to know that an AU, that is the distance from the sun to the Earth, on average is taken as 150 million kilometers. Let's make sure I got that right. 656. Okay, all right. Kilometers, and then we times that by 0.71. And that gives us, oh man, 106.5 million kilometers, these numbers. And the reason I want that is because I'm now going to look up my... Oh, they've changed. I'm sure this was kilometers. I was looking this up because it was telling me kilometers somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. Okay, I actually want this. So we can see on Venus, 0.79 AU, and my Apple app this is 0.71. So I want to put that. Can I right click to keep that number? No. Okay, we're just going to push it up a bit. Hey, Apple app sys 1.06. Oh, I know why. I'm looking at the wrong number. That's why. This wants to be. Let's just go 0.8. I want to put this at 1.2. Yeah, I want 1 here and I want a 2 there. Let's go. No, you are lying to me. I'll keep it at that. So the number that I thought I was looking at, man, new games, man, new games. Got to learn the whole new UI elements and stuff like that. So the green is me and the yellow is Venus, maybe. No, the yellow was my... Oh, that's terrible. The yellow was my maneuver node. All right. It tells us Venus's velocity there. I mean, why do I want to know Venus's velocity right there? I don't understand why it's doing it that way. Anyway, I want to bring these in line with each other. That's what I'm trying to do. Because if like the gap here is the same as the gap there, then all we're going to do is go around in a circle, but I'm going to go slower this side and faster that side. Yeah, all right. Well, let's go check out Eros next. Eros is going to be a tiny, tiny little blip, right? I don't know quite how we're going to deal with it, but we will. Well, I mean, I think first we'll see what we're in line with, right? That's probably the best way to do it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the battle for the squirrels. Like, let's not forget that squirrels are an introduced species anyway, right? Granted, it was done by the Victorians, which for us then makes it like we feel like it's normal, right? But like, yeah, they brought squirrels over for for what was it? Just to make the parks look nice. So yeah, let's see what happens to this new genetic experiment that we're running here. I feel like that just needs to go up just a little bit, just the smallest amount. So I could press the up and down button to change my throttle. Oh no, I can't. Why not? Press M now. Now I can. So I can't do it on the map. Okay, look at my to weight ratio change as I change the throttle here. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's not the best to weight ratio. Oh, trying to judge wherever. Okay, all right, we'll take full one. And I'll go stop. Go stop. I'm so glad there's not like limited lights. I guess we're good. Let's make our way over there. Maybe we should resave. Actually, wait. Let's turn this real time. File, save. Gotta type it letter for letter. like that, right? Working. Great. There's no like... Oh, I suppose we could warp... Like, put that there. I was going to say there's no warp to here, but you can put a button down and then hit warp. And then it goes... Oh, maybe that's the thing that's giving me some frame rate issues. Let's have a look over here. Let's see what's going on. GPU at 28%, 29%, or 26%. All right, it went back down. That's all right. Yeah, this is not great, but we are moving at, oh my gosh, let's have a look, 6,000% game speed. So I think I understand why we've got the problem we've got here. Wicked saying, as humans can't help but mess around. Even by accident we affect places, particularly by accident we affect places. They only just cleaned an island of rats, so puffins can nest there again. Yeah, right. What is it? Like, so, I don't know. Just an absolute rubbish scenario that I was... Well, it's not rubbish. A scenario that I was learning about yesterday. Lechon is it's like you cook half a pig in a big barbecue underground or whatever, right? Like it's really nice to get like really crackly skin and really tender meat out of it. The pig was not on Puerto Rico, where one of the places where it's very popular. Until quote unquote the Europeans showed up and introduced the pig and just like absolutely decimated their environment, but then they took it on as their own. Like we are so good at rolling with the damage we do as well. What's going on in an apple? I think I should turn that off. Manual. Whoa, no rotation. Okay, the frame rate changed horrendously when I took it off of prograde. I wonder what the... I wonder what calculations it was doing. Also, does this look like it's nulled the rotation? Manual? No rotation. I think it lies. I'm surprised we've not been told that we've got a Venus encounter yet. Did we get closer there? I think I'm going to slow us down. Retrograde. We're still moving at a horrendous speed. I like auto warp active, but I wish this was a button in the corner or something like that. You know, just a little picture. I don't understand Space Game's obsession with yellow text in the middle of the play screen. I just don't understand why that's the thing it wants to do. Also, I've never found a way to target anything. Let's just close that down. If I somehow figure out how to target stuff, I'll bring that one back. But yeah. We got potato and sugar cane, and we gave them cholera and syphilis. It sounds like a fair trade to me. I mean, who doesn't want to add to the number of STIs they've got? Okay, I'm feeling like we need to slow down. We need to bring this orbit shorter so that we can catch up with Venus. It's crazy. Slow down to speed up. You heard me. I don't know how far. We'll try there. We'll warp to the next... In fact, where are we going to go? We just did this one. So let's go... not retrograde. Manual. Oh, you can do... I wonder what is going on with the calculations here. That like you can physically feel the speed up when you tell it to stop trying to point in a direction. That's interesting. Okay, did we catch up by half there? Do you think by half? Do we just wait another orbit? I think I'm just going to wait another orbit. No information. Look how south Hale-Bopp is. Halley's Comet, Comet Lovejoy. This is the thing with comets, is they don't sit on the same plane as the planets, because they come from the Oort cloud, mostly. The great big spherical ball of stuff around the outside that didn't condense down into the sun. The planets condense down into the sun, pretty much, right? Because of all that stuff around the outside, it kind of rains down upon us. I don't like this. Are we gonna miss Venus? Are we gonna go beyond it? Am I gonna have to end up making our orbit bigger again on the other side? I've got to figure out how to target stuff. Yeah, look. We're gonna overtake. So, just by deduction, because it's always the way you want to fly when you're flying spaceships, by guesses and deduction, right? I'm going to... So this gap here, from 65 to 71, we're going to push the same out the other side. So we want like 72, 74, something like that. 0.74, you know. Maybe 0.72. I don't know. Well, here comes the apoapsis up to ruin my day. Why are we not being told we're visiting Venus at any point? Come on, man. Let's do it. I thought we were there, to be honest with you. Oh, this one. Oh, wait. Manual. more calculations per second. Oh, I've gone too far again. How do we get this spot on? And really, there is no way to target Venus. Like, I have tried. Like, here, let me. Someone take a screenshot of this. Settings, controls. If someone can find the target thing here, got translate, camera, sprint. Sprint. Okay, left shift. Sim speed, field of view, cancel, toggle console and map, open game settings rule, camera reference frame, vessel next previous, celestial next and previous. I don't know what that does actually. We'll figure that one out. What's that? Semicolon and apostrophe. Okay. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the bottom of the thing. Main engine. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like this is how you target stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's already a mods folder though. Look at that. That is pretty cool if you ask me. Minimum target frame rate 30, nice. Maximum flight computer rate 10. Look, we can play with stuff. Maximum linear speed of light. All right, fair enough. I'll let you have that. Maximum angular speed though. We could do better. Colliding things. Like, surely you want a thing. Go to map mode and click your target. Select set as target. I don't think that. This one. No, I've even changed my view. Yeah, no. It's I'm hammering everything. Maybe if I'm going from what's the word I'm looking for here? From a vessel to another vessel, I bet I can. Hang about view, no universe vessels, Gemini 6, right? I bet I can do this. Right click. Oh no. Right click. Oh. Okay, well I was kind of expecting to be able to do it this way. Click my target. Recenter. Oh, it thinks I'm in control of Gemini now. Oh, no, wait. We're in Rocket. I like Rocket. Rocket's a good one. Earth's around here somewhere. I can find it. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't like me trying to change frame. Look at this. Oh, okay. We've look. Scope is changing, but nothing is actually moving. Okay, recenter. I think I broke the map. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with what I'm doing. Probably. There's normally something wrong with what I'm doing. Looking for the point. Can we focus on the sun? That would be handy. Smart target. Yeah, no. Let's avoid those. Let's avoid those. So I need to go fast again. I know how to do this, and we're just gonna hunt and peck, right? We're gonna get closer and closer. Yeah, I don't know. There probably is a point that I'm missing here. Have I just turned Venus's orbital line off somehow? No, I just got too close to be able to see it. All right, that's fine. Anyway, I was orbit behind. Gonna go for a smaller one. I'm surprised that we don't somewhere around here have an impact. You know what I'm saying? Close encounter. That better? I think that's better. I saw it. Encounter with Venus. There we go. I'm just going to let it... Oh, look at the burning window off the side here. Oh, it's done the thing again because I clicked the burning window. I don't like that. We're just going to auto warp and let it... I'm going to have to reset something. Look at that. Look at the screen going. Okay, we're back to normal. That was horrific. I'm sorry about that. I again... What the burn window is its own special window that gets made by Rocketworks for some reason. Are we burning? We are burning propellant doing that. Okay, just null the rotation, man. It never nulls the rotation. What are we rotationally null to? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we're coming in on this maneuver node over here. Oh, look, Saturn. You can see the rings. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. Yeah, definitely going to go to one of the giants next. Yeah, let's do one of the giants next. I'm sure the flashing will definitely need to be an issue they saw. I am actually really quite annoyed about that. I'm sure we'll figure it out, though. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm hoping that by the end of development, well, I mean, just by the next couple of outings, that it will all be made better. Is it doing it? Down to ×2 real time. This is the number you need to keep an eye on. The start burn time in. When that gets down small enough, and it goes, you know. I think I need some tea. I also need to turn the light on. It's got dark in here. We're gonna watch that for a moment. Okay, I made it bright enough to see my screen. Well, I say see my that's not a problem, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, do you reckon Tab does anything here? Control rocket. Oh, focus rocket. Okay, I get you. I get you. How do we look at Venus? That's the encounter over there. But Venus is right there. You know, I'm just going to delete that. And we're just gonna warp our way around. Yeah, I mean, I did okay at getting us close enough, you know what I'm saying? It looks like I just took a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of finessing. The thing is, like, I know how these orbits work now. Like, I don't just know how these orbits work. I feel how the orbits work. Oh, game broke. Oh, game broke. Is it because we're in sim speed? Let's slow it down. Oh, it broke. It crashed. It just out. I'm on the desktop. It's still saying that OBS can see something. How can OBS see anything? Okay, we're good. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's annoying. Why? It's because I was trying to change... I didn't change the sim speed all the way down to 0. Let's go to Venus. Confirm. So this is where I was yesterday. Yeah. We're just looking at the sun now. We are just like staring at the. Why would you do that to me? If we go view, no, universe, vessels, rocket. What terrible view. Worst view. So here is our beautiful planet, covered in cloud. There is nothing to see here, unfortunately. I will take us down. We'll go have a look. It does take a while to get down there, though. Let us. Is there a target? Is there something we can aim for? I guess all the real targets are actually almost inaccessible here. Let's go for the Pioneer Venus 2 one right there. I think that's cool. Can I put a... No, I can't. A maneuver node down. Okay, I'm just going to fly. We'll go surface. Can't whilst under control. That's fine. Okay, this looks to be forwards. Try and spin around a little bit here so that we're orientated to the surface. And there are 4. I want to go that way, which to me means we go like this. Is that right? Yeah, that is very much right. Can we stop moving? Null rotation. What are you even nulling reference? This is rubbish. This is rubbish. Let's try and go like that. Now I'm hoping that we can be chill. We're going to be chill? Is this just picking up speed? Why is this just picking up speed? Okay, I've done something to try and slow us down. I really want to go that way. I hate that it turns off my rocket engine when I move into the map view. It's horrific. Okay, surface backwards, please. Let's start slowing down whilst also turning. I don't think it knows which way backwards is, really. Let's shut down the engine. Null rotation again. Do you reckon it'll do it? Have you done it? Maybe. And then we put back on manual. Slowly learning the controls. Slowly. Not quite got the hang of knowing where I'm going in this view. Is that even close to the direction I want to be going? More this way. We've thankfully got almost an infinite amount of propellant. Almost. Like, there's loads here. Oh, I hate this so much. Let's just keep drifting this way. I'm just going to do a big old circle around it, aren't I? Maybe I stop. Maybe I stop. And then we can aim towards it. I think that's probably the way to do it. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll bring ourselves to a dead stop. Which should happen relatively simply. And then I'll point over this direction. And we'll fly over there. That's the way I plan to do it. What a horrific actual way of doing it, but... Other way, I think. Man, just as I thought I was getting used to the nav ball. Speed is still like 4 kilometers a second. That's more than a small amount. Which means every second we're here talking, we are ripping past it. Where's my... There, still 2.6 kilometers a second. .5, 0.4. I mean, this engine is pretty... Oh, wait. I was going to say pretty powerful, but if I turn it up, it's even more powerful. Would you believe? 200, 100, there's a 0. And now I need to try and figure out which way is over that way. I'm going to assume that it's this bubble. Well, hello, Zed. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the surface of... Well, I mean, we're trying to get to the surface of Venus. We're going to go check out the Pioneer Venus 2 landmark, which, again, we can't select, can't make it the target. We've just got to go by dead reckoning, which is unfortunate, but here we are. Which way's up? Which way's down? Something like this. I reckon where that 0 is probably where we want to be. All that rotation, please. Okay, let's have a look. Hey, that looks pretty good actually. That's a good start. Let's speed up some sim. And we stop. Go backwards. Try and slow down. I know it's a new thing, but I was waiting to see XCOM, so you'll bide your time and wait for your robot. Yeah, no, the only reason that we're doing this one is literally just because because this came out last night. I got a video out. I'm doing the stream. We'll be back on XCOM on Tuesday. No doubt there. We're definitely gonna finish the thing. Can you not focus the map to the vehicle? To this vehicle, recenter. Like, yeah. There is no vehicle here. There is just a GPS point. Yeah. We're looking backwards. We're still going 4.2 somehow. I feel sus about that. When you were landing on the moon, you were having issues where you couldn't rotate the map to see how high you were compared to... so I could do that. Yeah. There's a few things that are and are not in the game, you know, like... Oh, man. The engine turning off when I swip to match view is definitely the worst. I do like that it's real terrain. You can get your Moon Atlas out there. That's cool. As far as I understand, the vehicle building is still not... No, vehicle building is still not part... Well, again, it kind of is, but if I go and show you, it breaks the game. So I'm not going to do that. Why is my engine not... Oh, because we're mostly pointed down. If I want to go forwards, point me forwards. Something wrong. I was having trouble to see where the throttle slider is located. Okay, so here It's literally just a percentage. I can scroll it up and down with the up and down buttons, the arrow keys. But that's it. That's what I've got. Which is unfortunate. Why aren't we pointing forwards? Does anybody else feel like... something's up? Look, I'm going upwards. Sim speed is too slow, that's why. Alright, that makes more sense. Alright, okay. I've done this in the past where I put it down to sim speed 0.1 by accident. And then I'm just clicking stuff being like, why is it not doing anything? Why am I going up and not down? Yeah. Okay, hopefully now I can just stop myself where I am and we'll just go downwards. That's my big thing. Yeah, I don't know about the same interface for KSP, but like... oh, man. I tried to press the X button. Like, this game needs work, right? It's not a game at the moment. It's a tech demo. That's the real thoughts. It flies quite well. Whilst I'm streaming, it does appear to have a few more issues than when I'm just regularly playing. Which, that makes sense. How far out are we? You know what? I'm just gonna dive. Whoa, that was pretty sharp. 1200. Wow. Do I try and point over there? Well, welcome to below the cloud layer. That happened quick. You kind of wish more games were built by Valve and their stat. No, that's a fairly what am I saying? A fairly common. What's the noise? Oh, there we go. Sentiment at the moment, you know. Gabe just wants to expand his private yacht collection, and he knows the best way to do that is not muck around with anything too much. Have I stopped? Am I stuck at the surface here? 8 kilometers up seems to be our limit. What is this? Where is the thing I was trying to go to? Over there. Do you reckon I can swing around to over there? Let's have a look. Like, the problem is, Valve hadn't really made a game for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've polished some IPs and stuff, but they've not. They're definitely more of a storefront now, which I'm all about. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason their monopoly, and it is a monopoly, is holding as hard as it is, because they're good. Because they're not trying to shove all the extra bits down. Deadlock and Half-Life. Well, I mean, like, the Half-Life Alyx is exactly what I was the polishing IP I was talking about. Deadlock, though, I'm not aware of that. Please feel free to educate me. What do you reckon over there? I'm a submarine in the ocean of Venus's atmosphere. I actually do feel like that right now. Where am I going? That way. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. How do I speed up? Oh, we do that. I know how to do that. Deadlock is a third-person shooter type game where you have 3 lines of pushing, something similar to League of Legends and Dota. Okay, all right. Yeah. I'll check it out. I probably won't play, but I'll check it out. You pick your hero and you go in. Okay, all right, yeah, cool, all right. I will check it out. I will check it out. Are we even? Do we travel right now? So when I click that, it goes to star, but I could go to surface and it still holds the same position. Okay. Oh, did you see it? Look, watch. Ignite my engine. Oh, we barely go anywhere. You know what? I'm going down. We're gonna hit the surface, with or without the marker. You tell it? Yeah. I mean, we've just emptied a whole bunch of propellant, right? Down we go. Well, how fast do we go? 40 meters per second. How far can we go? We're 6 kilometers up. I'm going to speed up to 10 times speed. Look how slow this is going. 4 kilometers up. 2 kilometers up. Let's get back down to 4 times speed. This is 100% throttle. I will let you know what happens when the engine goes off when we turn the engine off at the bottom here. I can throttle down so I don't slam into the floor as hard as we're going. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Whatever it is, we're going to slam into the floor, right? Okay. Sick. I love it. All right, we ready for the most important bit? Whoop. Yes. Let's go up. Yes, we float. We all float down here. Let's go forwards. Actually, you know what? Just manual. Whatever, man. Just do what you do. 2 kilometers up. We're traveling at 7 meters per second upwards. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm looking forward to Venus races here. we're gonna do something cool there. Okay, so I've got a save round Venus now. Great, that is what I wanted. Am I just? I wonder if Veneer and stuff like that had similar issues. You know, did they have to make sure that they were... Because, like, the atmosphere at the bottom of Venus is pretty dense. It is actually pretty dense. So you got to wonder whether this is a thing. Did the Russians have to worry about that? Did the Pioneer, like, NASA craft have to worry about that? Or did they just, like... They just plop it in? You know what I'm saying? We're at 1.1 meters off, 1.1 kilometers off the surface right now, and still rising at 7 meters. That's cool. I'm going to exit at this point because we've got the save where I wanted it to be. I'm going to come back in, and we'll go to Jupiter. Does anybody have any better options than Jupiter? I think Jupiter's the greatest plan. We're probably going to have some problems on the way because we've had some problems on the way everywhere so far. But I think Jupiter sounds like a good plan. And maybe we could go see how far we're buoyant in Jupiter as well. Okay. So, to make our way... What is that? Cannot connect to servers. I think whatever the problem is, that's the problem. Vesta, Higer, Jupiter. I really wish we could set a target. Viewing... Yes, viewing towards anti. Like this would be so helpful if I could get a target node, but no. Also, Amelathea last. How about Saturn? We can go have a look at Saturn as well. This was the last satellite that was discovered by someone looking into a telescope, as opposed to like a photo or a spacecraft whipping by, right? Which I thought was cool. I didn't even know this one existed. I was like, oh, is this a new one discovered by Juno? It's like, no. It was the last natural satellite discovered naturally. Saturn, I presume, does have ring. Viewing Saturn. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh. Let's go check it out. Let's go find out, shall we? Let's not take weird views. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm kind of with you. Actually, said. Like, where's Jupiter? Okay. So not Jupiter. Where's the rings? We're going around. I want to go up, so we go from this way. Okay. We go from the Apoapsis, which is never the best place to go from, but we're going anyway. And then we're going to drag this out. And, I mean, we're going to go fast, right? So I'm probably going to want to have this more over this way. Demand a refund over the free game. Yeah, I know. I get you, man. Oh, man. Oh, it's still not actually even close. I was like, wow, look how far we're going. It's Jupiter. It's not even. There's Jupiter's orbit. And there. No, keep going. Saturn's orbit. Oh, my God. I did see. What was that encounter? Oh, man. I kind of feel like we should take that as it's serendipitously right there. No, we can go back. I literally just loaded the game and went go, so we can head back there. That's no problem. Oh my God! Look at the horrors. View orbital lines, none. View orbital lines, Saturn. Orbital lines, me. And orbital lines, Earth. Okay. I think this is probably... Look at the little points of light. There's Jupiter over there. I actually really like this map. It's noisy in the background. The grid's too awkward. But all in all, I really enjoy what's going on here. So we need to get coplanar with Saturn. I might just head out and see what we can do. Yeah, I might just do this burn. Don't click the burn window. Oh no. Is everybody okay? Is there any problem with the screen right now? We're just gonna auto warp. We're gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna go out there and see what's going on. Okay, the screen doesn't look too bad. We move into nighttime. Did you see that reddening on my spacecraft as we went in there? Okay, that is really cool. We're gonna see it on the way up again. Like, look, watch for here. How far we got? Oh, it's 100 odd seconds. That's unfortunate. I was gonna be like, watch for the sunrise on the spacecraft, but oh, there's the moon. A tiny moon. It's actually kind of crazy how small the moon actually is. Yeah. Anyway, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had to do the 0. Yeah, then again, biggest moon compared to the planet's orbit. Yeah, no, straight up. But, like, in the cultural bank that all humans have, right? Like, with all the media and stories we tell each other and stuff like that, when most people think of the moon, they think of this huge thing hanging up in the sky, 20, 30 degrees across. Not like the half-degree moon that we've actually got, right? But yeah, no, you are right. We should take a moment to acknowledge the fact that how big is it compared to Mars? Should we find out? SRWB, I want to join but I can't. Oh, sads. That's sads. Let's go moon radius. What do you reckon? The moon's radius is... What am I doing in a... What? They've advertised that to me. What is this? The us. I'll take it in kilometers. 1,700. That's good enough. Mars radius kilometers. 3,300. So it's about half the size of Mars. Half the diameter of Mars, should we say. What's the company's plan to earn money? Tourists. I hear the billionaires are paying people a lot of money. We're gonna take all the tourists and we're gonna drop them on Jupiter. There's something going on there, likewise. Not what you meant. Okay, what? Oh, Rocket Works. The people, they're hoping that, and it's a strong hope, and I'm actually going to take part and give them the same amount of money that I gave KSP. That people will, out of the goodness of their heart, drop a donation. I'm going to do that. In fact, I was supposed to have dropped 20 quid last night. I should do that. I was going to just make sure that there was something here that looked like it was going to go in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like... No, they're not releasing on Steam. They're not. And given that we've just talked about how Gabe has just kept on getting it right by not messing with stuff, that is a bit of a like, really? You guys are not? But at the same time, I understand, because Steam doesn't allow for a donate what you want. As far as I'm aware, that's the company line that they're giving, that Rocketworks are giving. They're like, actually, we can't do that. Which, like, yeah, cool. All right. Let's delete that one. I want to put this here, I think. Does that look about right? They all look like they line up, right? Oh, I got to move this burn window. It's right in the way. But I don't want to touch the burn window because bad things happen when you do that. At least bad things on the stream, you know? Like that. Okay. Let's just auto that one. Let's just auto that one. Move you. Auto warp. We're just gonna go out to the depths of space. But why don't they just sell the game for like $20 and have purchasable DLC that doesn't contain anything? It's just a donation button. That's not a bad idea, you know. And you know, they could go the Dwarf Fortress route, right, where the game was given away for free for ages until Tarn's brother got some illness. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it started costing them a lot of money, and they were like, "Oh, actually, all right, we're going to put it on Steam because that's how we make money." So you never know what they're going to be up to, right? But they are quite a small. You know, they did Stationeers, which was like a mildly successful game, and then the other games I've not recognised. So they're not coming into this super fresh, right? They understand what the industry is like, and they've just got the dream to change that, right? Which cool. I would rather back a dreamer and get nothing than always stick with the status quo, right? Because sometimes those dreams come true. Dreams come true. And like, don't we all want to try and make the world just a little bit better, you know? At least better for ourselves. Okay, we are like out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I wonder whether I'm going to make it round again before Saturn gets here. But when we get up to the apoapsis, that's where we're going to try and... Because we've gone this way as far as I'm aware. We've already gone 3/4 of an orbit round. I should have seen where Saturn was during this travel. You know, the idea that if you give away something for free that initially has no value, but if you charge something for it, even... Yeah, no, I know. I get what you're saying, but that's like... One economist who wanted you to believe in the power of capitalism was saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like... I've seen that guy's videos. Like, he has, in the same way that like fitness coaches have an investment in you believing that their program is correct. He's got an investment in letting you know that, you know, his view on capitalism is correct. So yeah, I don't know, mate. I feel like different ways are possible. Different ways are possible. And you can probably find examples to back up every economic theory you want to say, because people are people, right? And they do everything. Let's delete that. Let's see how we do. Hey, I don't know about you, but that's looking pretty close to the right orbit there. Let's just push this up and see if magically just Ooh, what was that? Magically, somewhere in the orbit, we get an encounter. That's Jupiter again. We get an encounter with Saturn. Saturn always Jupiter coming along and ruining the day. I hear that's actually Jupiter's job, though, right? Jupiter's there to be like, no, ooh, there it was. Did you see it? There it is. I'll take that encounter with Saturn. I want to try and make this secondary orbit, the orbit that happens after we come out, as close to the matching orbit as possible, because that means we've got as little work to do to connect as possible. You know what? No, I'm just gonna go with this one. We'll make do with that. Okay, now I have a stupid question. Cool. Are Lagrange points modeled? No, I do not believe they are. I do not believe they are. We can go find out. Once we get to Saturn, I'll go. Well, in fact, we should have known on the way out to Saturn. There should have been some points that we go past. But yeah, what's the easiest one to check? Maybe the Earth-Moon one. Burn, auto. Here we go. We're going to Saturn. Look at that. Like, this kind of gives you the idea of the scale of the solar system as well. There's just like a couple of rocks rushing around the Earth, and then you've got the real planets all the way out here, right? These planets out here, if we were on another star system at the moment, these are the only ones we'd be able to pick up. We wouldn't be able to see Earth. It'd be too small against too bright a star. Not possible. That's why you keep hearing about, like, TRAPPIST-1 or stuff like that, because it's a small, dim star with a lot of really bright, close planets up to it. And obviously James Webb is just at the point where it's like, well, we can see rocks. We can see the rocks. I hear, and it's not been confirmed yet, and like it's all a bit up in the air, and obviously people are like, yeah, really, is that what you found? But maybe the population 3 stars have been found. So population 1 stars are stars like the sun. They're called population 1 because they were the first ones we found, not because they're the first ones that happened, right? They're actually the last one that happened. I'd like to call them population 3, but no, we're stuck with it. One of those many times where we're just stuck with the wrong name. Wait, isn't our most most capable of detection of planets detecting a star gets down because the planet goes in front of it? Yes, but if you think about it, it's like a percentage drop, right? So if you have a big bright star and you put the Earth in front of it, you get like maybe a 1% drop, right? In fact, that's ridiculous. You get like 0.005. But let's work with 1% because these are easy numbers to think of, right? Whereas if you have a small red star that's quite dim and the same size planet goes in front of it, it dips more comparatively. Oh, what happens when the planet... We can't see it through that method. What we actually do at that point is you watch the star over the course of a couple of years, and you watch for it wobbling around because the gravity from the planet is pulling it. That one is even less capable of seeing Earth-sized planets, right? That one we really do need Jupiters and such forth. We're burning, by the way. And it's kind of crazy. Like, we think about Jupiter as this huge thing. And don't get me wrong, like, Jupiter is a huge thing. It pulled the barycenter, like the center of orbit between the Jupiter and the Sun, is almost outside the Sun. It's still very much inside the Sun. But it does mean that the Sun will wobble around a point. And on another planet, we could see, on another star system, we could see the Sun wobbling around with Jupiter pulling at it. So imagine that, but just much more precise, right? And then different things can happen that way. But the star going in, the planet going in front, very much is the top way of doing it. The Kepler Space Telescope, the one that died because of its reaction wheel's not pointing in the right direction. That found the ones that it did just by looking at a lot of stars and going, okay, that one goes dim, that one goes dim, that one goes dim. We assume that they're randomly, or that all the planets are randomly orientated, we're going to see about a quarter of a half of them. I don't know what the actual number is, but you're going to see a certain percentage of them edge on, because you just imagine that they're all randomly distributed, right? And you go, okay, if they're all randomly pointed, what percent should we see and what percent shouldn't we see? And you extrapolate out from that number to guess how many there are. And the thing is, we saw one around every one that we were expecting to see one around, right? Like, on average, every star has some planets. Which, honestly, crazy to think it wouldn't. Delete. Yeah, why wouldn't there be a swirling mess of nasty when a star forms, you know? Let's go. Like, the whole star formation process is a horrifically messy thing, right? Like, so I'm currently working on a script for how the sun was formed, like, and you start off with a giant cold ball of gas, not the sun, no. It's one that, like, I don't know, 100 stars are going to come out of. We're talking 300, 400 light years across, many millions of solar masses worth of cold gas. All right, and it all, like, you know, some of it fragments into one pocket, some of it fragments into another. There's this thing called the Jeans criterion that tells you how big the pocket will be. But it's basically just like, you know, when a bit gets dense enough, it pulls on a certain region. It pulls all that bit into it, right? You know, and then a pocket over, well, that's also a little bit dense, so it clears all its little area out, right? And then you end up with lots of little stars, like lots of quite big stars, actually. Let's be honest. And so that's going to be messy. That's always going to be messy. That's a question you've had. Why don't those stars collapse into each other? Again, it's this thing called the Jeans criterion. Basically, it's because let's slow this down. Let's slow this down whilst we talk. So you got this cloud of gas here. We got this. Oh, how far out can I zoom? Got this giant cloud of gas, right? Giant cloud. We use my mouse to just go, oh, it's all big over here. So, for things to collapse, they have to be cold. If it's not cold, gravity will pull it downwards, but its motion will go sideways, and that's an orbit, right? And if it's not cold, it's orbiting. This is the basic way it works, right? So, something will happen to make the gas cold. The first thing that happens is the universe is expanding. The second thing that happens is hydrogen just likes to throw its heat away. You know, things that are hot radiate cold. And the third thing that probably came along and formed the sun is that a supernova blast wave can come through, and in the crazy way that gas physics is in space, when the blast wave goes through, the tail end, like the shock wave itself, very hot, but the bit that comes afterwards, very cold. So a ripple goes through a cloud, and the ripple will be like dense over here, light over there, dense over here, and the dense bits will start falling in towards each other. It's just random turbulence, right? There's no real way of predicting where it will be other than knowing the state of every particle in the universe and going, well, that's a dense bit right there, right? So the dense bits pull on the area around. The dense bit here will pull on this bit of gas more than the dense bit over that side, right? So it all pulls either one way or the other, but it's not strong enough to pull the two towards each other. Like I say, it's this thing called the Jeans criteria. There's Jeans mass and Jeans length. There's some quite nice equations, actually. Like, normally when we're dealing with physics stuff, we've got like differential equations, and we've got to hang different equations on it and try and guess which one. No, the whole, like, how big a ball will fall into itself is actually quite a nice pressure is this, temperature is this type of equation. So yeah, it's basically because gravity is not strong enough. It's pretty strong, but it's not strong enough. So this one star becomes its own star, and this one, yeah. That's a long way to go just to say gravity. We'll talk about it at some point. I will try and make a proper video. I think that's probably the way to do it, rather than trying to like ham fist my way through it on a stream. I feel like I should be able to explain it here, though. You know. Whoop. So, gravity is a weird force, not just because, like, there isn't a negative gravity, and that's weird. So, if you take two positive charges, like two positive magnets, two positive electrics, even two positive strong force, apart from there's three of those, so you can't really talk but if it's the same charge, whatever that charge happens to be, you normally takes a lot of force to push them together, right? Takes force to push magnets together, to battery, whatever like that, right? But gravity's different. To be able to get things to stay together, you've got to take the force away. So, like, think about being in orbit around Earth. To actually stop being in orbit and to go to Earth, you need to slow down. Now, you might think, oh, can't I just point my orbit at Earth? It's like, yeah, you can just point your orbit at Earth and you will slow down when you hit the floor, right? And that energy is released through sound, light, all the ways that things release energy when they smash into each other, right? That doesn't happen with even chemicals, right? Yeah. That doesn't happen with other forces. So that's kind of why, is because you need to throw the energy away to collapse down. It's not like gravity just pulls. Gravity pulls, and then your direction, whatever, temperature if you're a gas, counteracts the gravity, and you've got to get rid of one for the other to win. Yeah. Yeah, and so like you can think about gravity wells brought on by the density of the gas, right? Like think about it as a 2D sheet, like they're showing here, yeah. You can see little gravity wells around the dense bits, and for the gas to get from inside this gravity well to that gravity well, it would have to climb up and over the gravity hump to get into the other side. But to be over here, it's already cold, it's already falling down into the star, so it can't get back over. I like that whole gravity. I'm gonna make an animation for that. I need a Blender friend. That's what I really need. I need someone who really understands Blender and is like, yeah, I can help make you these animations. Anyway, Saturn, here we go. If anybody happens to be watching who is an absolute why did the camera change? Who is an absolute whiz in Blender and would like to get a cut of some science videos, I don't know how that would work. I've never like collabed with anybody on anything before. I'd quite happily offer a percentage for that type of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I've got the scripts. Oh man, I could sit there and waffle about it for forever. But to actually then have pictures, because like the really useful way to think about gravity is how it twists your direction. You're traveling through space with a certain direction, right? And when you get close to a gravity well, it pulls your direction of travel round a bit, right? But without a video, a ball with an arrow coming out of it and a gravity well and stuff like that, without a video, it's really hard to put across the visual image that I have in my head, right? And obviously, like I could throw some maths up on the screen, but that doesn't help anybody who doesn't speak maths. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of has to be my burden to translate the maths back and forth. This being pedantic, I'm always do that. But pulling is only from a different point of view, not from a. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. You're saying that the pulling is only visible from the person, from an outside reference frame. From the inside, you just feel like you're falling. Yeah, I can't argue with that at all. I mean everything's relative, right? I've lost Saturn. I had it, and now it's gone. We're burning backwards, so if I'm looking in that direction, surely Saturn should be over that way somewhere. I'm well illuminated. It's forwards from Saturn, from Sun. Sun. Where's the sun? There's the sun. All right. Saturn should be that. That look like Saturn to you? Looks like Saturn to me. So, when you get up to general relativity, rather than talking about, the force of gravity pulling your trajectory, we talk about the path of the geodesics through the curved space-time, which is what you just said, right? From the geodesics point of view, it's just traveling in a straight line. A geodesic is just a word for a straight line. I don't know why they have to give it this weird term, but just imagine you fire a laser in space. It's following a geodesic, all right? Or these orbits are technically the geodesics of the planet. I think that might be. I think actually we need to talk about speed of light in these situations. But I'm quite happy to, in a very loose sense, say that an orbit is a geodesic. It's just a straight line from the planet's point of view, but the general the curvature of space time is pushing towards the sun. And it's not that it's curved. There's like less space, And we did this really cool thing in one of my workshops during my degree, where we cut out of a piece of paper. Like, imagine, if you will, that you take a 2D slice through the equator of a black hole, and then I don't know, two or three light years away from that. Oh, you know what, mate? Zed's asked. I will go through the whole thing here. Zed has just asked. I'm going to ask you a stupid question, but why does light move? We don't know. So we could come up with we don't move at the speed of light because we have mass, right? And then our speed in mass is taken off of the speed of light through time. And so because light doesn't have mass, it has to travel at the speed. But honestly, we don't know why. We just have a bunch of equations that say, well, because the universe is acting the way it acts, this light speed has to move at this speed. Unfortunately, that's the only thing we've got. We've looked around, we've seen how the universe acts, and go, oh, this never stops. Yeah. Let's go orbit behind. Do I just save at Saturn now? We are technically here. Yeah, okay. File, save, new Saturn. I don't know if you're aware of Brian Cox. He's a fairly big what do we call him? Science communicator in Britain. But the way he says Saturn every time, it just really gets to me. It's Saturn, mate. Saturn. But I know what it is. He's trying to get over his British accent. I get it. Yeah, so, oh, did he go to the same college? Dude, that's cool. The only real thing we can say about why light moves is because it doesn't stay in either the electronic or magnetic field. It swings back and forth between the two. And because of Lenz's law, I think it is, its self-interaction propels it forwards. Maybe that's a better answer. But even then, we're just like magnets. Because magnets. Yeah, I couldn't actually answer why light has to move. Let alone why it is at the speed it's at. Like that's one of the other crazy things. Orbit behind. Ignite my engine. Yeah, there's a joke going around at the moment. So when you get to slightly higher level physics, there's a few random variables in the universe that we just take to be the number one. The speed of light is one of them. We just go, all right, call the speed of light 1. All right, and then you can cross it out of all your equations because it's just 1 times stuff, right? And 1 times stuff is just stuff. So all the speed of lights drop out of your equations and stuff like that. The gravitational constant g, not little g, the big G, right? Not the 9.8, but the 1. Oh man, it's 19 point something times 10 to the negative very small. I can't remember the number. But yeah, these numbers are all taken to be 1 in what we call natural units. And like everything works in that maths. Occasionally, if you want to do like some serious trajectory calculations where you're trying to work out the speeds of stuff, then you have to start putting the speed of light back in and stuff to make it work in the numbers that we know, right? But if you're doing it in fractions of the speed of light, it all just whatever. You get a 0.5 out at the end, you're like, oh, half speed of light, right? Why does that work so well? No idea. No, all I can tell you is that it does. It really does. Let's get down to periapsis. We should come out of this view. Manual. There we go. Oh look, there's Mars. Maybe that's Jupiter. What are you? There's a bunch of asteroids. That's what we're seeing. A bunch of asteroids. Oh, there it is. There it is. What's Saturn king of? Can anybody remember god of? Sorry, I know like Jupiter was king of the gods, but what is Saturn's time? Time. I'm gonna have to look it up. I also go to periapsis. We are going to periapsis, right? You know what? I'm gonna just stop us here. I feel like. Okay, we are going there. All right. Never mind. I just have to make sure. Saturn, God. Saturn mythology, yes, please. Let's go. God of time, generation, disillusion, abundance, wealth, agriculture, periodic renewal, and liberation. Oh, liberation, sorry. I was going to be like, libration's a bit of a weird one. It just shakes around. Orbit behind, thanks. We're still auto-warp active. No, manual. Well, today we found out. 120. So, what are we looking for around Saturn? Where's the moons? Where's the moons? I would like very much. Maybe click that. No. Cannot create transfer node here. Wait, what? Double click? Parent injection. I want to get rid of that. That's horrific. I don't like that. But how do I delete burn? Oh, it's gone all flashy. Sorry. I did this say, dude, thank you very much. I didn't even think about I was like, well, I've put Saturn back on. Oh no. Have we I think we might have hit a bit of a wall here. Wait, I've got it. Don't worry. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. The controls have just suddenly gone really weird. Yeah, no, you know what? No, don't click it. Don't. Oh, I've clicked it already. Is it going to load? No, all right. Okay, you have to double click it. All right. We're going to go with the working, all right? Oh, come on. Let's do this. Yeah, all right, capital K if need be. Can we? Okay, all right. We there? I'm going to assume that did good. And we file. It's not been going too bad, actually. Over a couple of hours, we've had maybe 4 crashes for, like, the super cutting edge, not really promised anything tech demo. I'm feeling this is all right. This is all right. In fact, not only were we not promised anything, we were told that it was like a super hungry beast of a machine, beast of a program. So that's fine. They're like, we've not optimized anything yet. I'm like, I understand that. I'm willing to accept a little bit of jank for our early gaming enjoyment. Not even live back there. There we go. Let's go again. See you around, Wick. See you around. I think we're gonna make a low pass of some moons, and then go visit an asteroid. It's the only Ceres Vesta. What's people's favorite asteroids? Wow, we know Wise's. Unfortunately, it's not here. It's the working. I keep forgetting that it will load you into the sun. I feel like that when it's loading on, like, whilst we're looking at the sun like that, it's actually trying to load, and it's not. It's done. It's done at that point. Rocket, Saturn. There we go. There's Titan. I'd really like to view Titan. Thank you. Well, I mean, can we? No, all right, fine. No problem. I think we're going to make a big turn right here. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be painful. I'm definitely gonna be coming into Titan at the wrong angle. It's a bad fact you kind of don't want it to be there. The Earth solar system. What do you want to be there? Sorry. Up and slow. I mean, Titan not being there would be kind of cool. They're like, no, this is before it got captured. Because we're fairly sure, as a species, fairly sure, that Titan is a captured dwarf planet. It's too big for where it is. You wish it wasn't the Earth solar system. You wish it was an alternate one. You know what, mate? I'm really glad that there is an Earth solar system, or the solar system here. It's great. But I hope one of the first tool sets they bring out, or like modding capabilities that they allow, is the addition of custom. What's the word I'm looking for here? Custom solar systems. Stellar systems would be quite handy. Where am I? And I'm down here. Okay, that's fine. What's this dot here? Got a couple of minutes burn. We give a suggestion, but I know it technically would be possible that but the competition and resource it would be expensive. I'm down. Let's hear your suggestion. My suggestion is obviously Dyson Sphere project scale system, but real scale planets. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. I really wish they hadn't used the term AU and light years in Dyson Sphere project. If they just come up with their own little rubbish system, I'd be like, okay, 1,000 kilometers is that not 150 million kilometers is an AU, you know? Because I know the number for an AU just off the top of my head. I know how far away the sun is. I curse it every summer. But anyway, my little gripe about Dyson Sphere, because I love Dyson Sphere, bro. Great game, probably going to head back to it at some point. But in terms of astrophysics, what did they do to my boy? Okay, let's see what we can do about getting an encounter at some point. Nope. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was kind of expecting one somewhere in this. I cannot double click on Titan here. Let me. You want to hear my mouse? Oh. There's many clicks. Right click, middle click. Nothing seems to shift it, unfortunately, which I'm sure you understand is not ideal. Let's move the map around so I can see what I'm seeing right now. I want you to go in it this way. No, this way. Surely. Oh, look what it's doing to my screen. I hate this so much. Okay, I'm just gonna go set. I've cleared it. Stop jumping about. I'm just gonna go do this maneuver. I hate that. That's probably the thing that needs most work, if you were to ask me. When we get around there, problems. What are we probleming? Oh, we are probleming. Is it this? Nope. No, it's not that. Let's have a look at... 84%, 20 gigs! How, man, how? You've barely been running. I almost feel like it's got to be something to do with the auto burn, you know what I'm saying? This has happened a couple of times now. Yeah, I think you might be right, mate. I think you might be right. Let's auto and warp off. If I can get away with turning those off. Okay. I just want to look at Titan. Wonder why Venus is 12 kilobytes, but all the others are 11. Like that. Let it catch up. Let's do it. Oh, got most of the way. There we go. All right, great. I'm just gonna go crash into Titan, and then we're gonna go crash into an asteroid. And then I think we've got most of what we can do here. I know it's also not going to be in the scope of this game, but imagine if we could build spaceships with heat drills to drill down into Europa. I really hope that they give us things to do at the end of the journey. It was the big failing of Kerbal, right? You turned up and they went, "I'll get to this GPS marker." And you're like, "Well, all right, I'm there. Now what?" I'm like, "Oh, run this one of 7 experiments." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's not even like get here and do the difficult to set up thing. Yeah, I don't know. I always felt, and this is probably because I am a scientist, right? I always felt that the experiments in Kerbal were too limited. It was just a click and yes. Not click and here's some data, you know. But isn't that space exploration, the journey in being there? I mean, the thing is, we don't send rovers to the moon to Mars to test our rockets, right? We send rovers to Mars to look around Mars. I'm just gonna do this again. See if it messes up. Is it because Titan's going backwards in its orbit? And wait, why is Titan not going backwards in its orbit? Interesting. Yeah, but that's what you can do. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I mean, as always, think about the scope of the game. But at the same time, like, they've called it Space Agency, right? Like, there's more to it. I guess that actually means there's going to be, like, a bureaucratic side to it, right? That I would actually think that would be pretty cool. But I understand that I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes to space games. Okay, here we go. We are in the auto warp. I wish it came screaming in a little bit faster and didn't stop at like 15 seconds. If it could go all the way down. Are we actually starting to chunk again? Oh, what do we have in the drop-down menus? Let's have a look. So, file is just like settings, updates, stuff like that. Check for update. Failed to receive version. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. We got speed settings, but we can use that through the period and comma. All the different vessels that we've got. Should probably look at Hunter at some point. All the different bodies that there are to be seen. You know, a lot of stuff. Pluto only got Charon. Okay. There's like 5 or 6 moons there. Okay, frame statistics transfer panel. Planner. Okay, we'll play with that when we go out to an asteroid. Flight plan, ground track. Okay, we should definitely look at those. Rendezvous control. But so this is turning stuff on and off. Okay, that's cool. Telemetry. Where's like the target one? Wait, rendezvous. Oh, that probably is this, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's all those. Which camera we're in? We can add a camera. That's interesting. Follow terrain, orbital lines on and off. Celestial info. Hold Alt to multi-select. Yeah, maybe. Well, where's Saturn? What do we get? Ooh. Draw axes. Show sphere of influence. Let me just... show sphere of influence. Okay, that's nice. Rotation, orbital velocity, and local position. So they're working in AU. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Stops the numbers getting ridiculous. Have we done our thing? We have done our thing. Okay, so... Titan needs to catch up with us. Our orbit needs to get bigger. New burn path. You know what? Just like that. Thanks. Probably quite a bit bigger, but we'll go like that and we'll see what happens. Make that burn. Thanks. We will check that out in a sec, the auto plan, like this one, the transfer planner. Because I don't think it's going to get me... Oh, wait. I thought this one was actually going to be like Earth or something. My bad. Where's Titan? Let's delete that burn. Okay, everything stopped. Auto warp is still going though. Oh no! Have I killed it? You don't see it. Oh no. Oh, and now you see. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, I see what's going on over there. And it's crashed. Okay, should we try that again? Yeah, no, unfortunately, OBS isn't recording as window, it's recording as game element. That was one of the things that I first checked out, was how to... Oh, yeah, come on, go. Okay, let's try going to Eros via the transfer planner. Let's see what you get, what I get. Universe transfer planner. Yeah, oh, that is horrible. How about if I hold that? Oh man, I don't like that at all. Are we good? What happened? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Eros. I don't know what happened to make it better. Mercury, Venus. Ooh, are we good? Luna, Eros. Okay. I don't care. Don't care. Set target. Wait, we could set target. Show parent target alignment. Yeah, why not? To calculate. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. 25, 29, 30, 50. This is. I mean, it's thinking. Is it gonna set me a? I mean, I'll have taken a bielliptic, I suppose, or. Is it even going to be able to home between here and there? Ooh. Recalculate, select best delta V, select best delta V and intercept. I don't really care about that. Preview selected transfer, preview selected transfer flight plan. What's a Lambert transfer? How do I now do this one? Look, right there. Oh. Oh, is this going to mess us up? No, we got a thing here. Okay, select transfer plan, patch 0, patch orbit. How do I... Oh. Message from dear IMGUI. Program error. Visible items with conflicting ID. Okay, well, I won't play with that. Now what though? We can't set this here. Recalculate, create, boom. Yes, I think we might be there. Let's have a look. We got a thing. It's got a plan, and it escapes. And it joins Eros. Oh, look, we got information here. All right. Yeah, let's let it do it. Oh man. Oh, let's not do that. Let's look at this screen instead. We're gonna zoom out and try and get rid of some of that jitter. I didn't like that at all. How far in the future are we planning here? Oh, further in the future. 7 months, 6 months, 5 months. All right, okay, it's less than a year. That's good. I kind of don't believe it. There's inclination over here. 800 and something days. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad at all. We still... I want to look at that doing that. We're 2 days away. I've got to admit, I did not realise that Eros was so, like, Earth crossing. You know, it's not. It's going in and out of Mars, but... Hey, Cyber Otaku, welcome. I mean, the poor kittens are doing all right. They're not quite. I don't know, honestly, this is making me. I'm going back to this view. I didn't like that view either. Hey, Cyber Otaku, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We're currently playing a glitchy, buggy mess of a tech demo. Still better than KSP2. This has crashed like 4 times on me, but you know what? I've been fine with that. It's felt alright. I've normally been able to say why it's gone down. Like, you have to go to work today, but you don't know when. Waiting for a call. Cool. I think it's called that the game has personality. I think you might have nailed it there, right? Like they're actually. It's not just the game. I think I've drunk the Kool-Aid, right? Very much. I've listened to what people in Rocketworks have to say. I've listened to Harvester, people like this, and I've been like, yeah, actually, I feel like these guys feel the pain that we all felt from Kerbal, and what's going on there? And are trying desperately to quote unquote address that. Yeah, the rocket plumes aren't great. There's some problems here. There's some problems, but you know what? Doing okay. I think it's the interaction with the RCS thrusters that's doing a thing. KSP2 didn't look like anything more than you'd get from KSP. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, KSP2 promised what everybody wanted from KSP1, right? They were like, oh, multiplayer and colonies and like resource management, and everyone was like, "Oh, great! That's what we wanted in KSP2, KSP1. It's what we mod into there. It's what makes things better. Maybe it'll be better because it's base game, not mods." And then it turns out it was all just a cash grab. They promised things that they never intended to actually deliver upon, and stuff like that. I'm going to. Oh, I don't know whether I delete this one now. Look, we're beyond. Yeah, delete. Yeah, okay, that's good. We got an escape. These are not gonna send me to the transfer that I want, though, right? We're gonna go. Oh, well, let's go. We're gonna go careening out of Earth. All right, boop, goodbye, and then. We've got an ascending and descending node. Let's go over to the inclination node here. I'm all about that. Like, where is that? Bring us down to regular speed. This is about here, right? And if it's descending, we go up. Oh, what did I do? We all right? Burn window, please. Yeah, there's some glitches. All right, let's be honest. There are some glitches. Maybe it's crashed. No, I mean things pop up and disappear. I can't move the. Oh. Yeah, I think actually at this point it's been 2 hours. We've been and seen some planets. We've been and seen what the orbital dynamics are like at Zed's prompting. We've looked at some of the drop-down menus. Universe. Let's just see if I can click through and be like, oh look, there it is. Bodies. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is definitely the one. And I will say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, guys. It's been good fun. I am super looking forward to the next public release. Can we zoom right in? This white screen. What is this about? Am I too close? There we go. Eros. It's a big white ball. Okay. What an amazing time. I'm sure there's some details under there, but I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye!